Okay, this is a video for the Moondrop Illumination. It is the flagship earphone by Moondrop, and it is really good. It's got a laid-back quality to it, but it's not crossing the line at sacrificing details like I thought that the 64 Neo in the end did for me, so I moved along from it. This doesn't cross that line. It is kind of laid back, but all of the little micro details are there. It's a really impressive set. Using music, actually let's get to the graph really quick, just really quick. It's not radically different from the SSR, though it's got less of a gain, or the Moondrop Blessing 1. It's not radically different, but in use it is quite different because the bass is exactly how I would expect it to be. And to be specific, where those other Moondrop sets didn't satisfy, this set actually does. When the levee breaks and the authoritative kick drum sounds fantastic. When the harmonica comes in, it's not overwhelming or kind of tearing my head off, because harmonica, especially mastered and produced, it's like got a swirling effect. This is perfect for this track. So this is supposed to be authoritative, and it is. And then we move over one album and we do focused 4-string bass guitar, especially on the intro, and it again performs the way that I would want it to and expect it to, which is an emphasized 4-string bass guitar. On something like Violent Femmes, Please Do Not Go, which is pretty much almost an acoustic jam with slightly loosened string, it sounds normal. The life of the bass strings sound long, a little bit longer than normal, and that's the way that it is played and listened to on good gear. It sounds great. So I wrote down levee, kick drum perfect, 4-string bass perfect, whole lot of love. Hey Hey What Can I Do was a more interesting. I hate to sit into one group, but I was finding all the things that I needed right here. Though I listened to a lot of Steely Dan, but a lot of that just sounds good on everything. Hey Hey What Can I Do, which is the B-side of Immigrant Song, I believe. Like I checked because I was trying to confirm that there was a mandolin in this. If you listen to it, you know that that's there, but I wanted to see it. And I went on to YouTube, and I found a 1995 Jimmy Page Robert Plant, Hey Hey What Can I Do? And they're just doing the 4-member thing. They got John Paul Jones is not with them, and someone else is playing the 4-string bass, and there's not a mandolin that I can see on stage. So let me pause this. Bring that up because it was stepping out to me in the playback. I thought, wow, that sounds amazing. And here's a guy that's, hey, what can I do, he's actually teaching it. You can't hear that because it's plugged in my mic. It sounded fantastic. Vocals star, mandolin star, cymbal star. Went to Jim Croce after this, was my 4th. Listening to vocals, and noticed something that I don't usually notice. Jim Croce, Don McLean, back-to-back hits. The bass line in Operator is actually very nice, and it sounds very, very clean. Guitar plucks, pulls, slides. The finger slides on the guitar on this track, Operator by Jim Croce, sound perfect. That's an example of, it's got laid-back replay, but it's not at the expense of things like the sound of a finger. You think, well, that's easy to lose, man, on like smooth or overly warm sets. Little subtle moments like that get lost, noticed, but you continue the replay. I noted that wasn't being sacrificed on a set that is a tad warm and relaxed. But I thought it sounded really, really good. Bass, vocals, bassist is excellent on this track. If you're a fan of Jim Croce, go listen to Operator, and that bassist is that sounds quite good. This is the version I'm listening to, back-to-back hits. It's a FLAC. Marvin Gaye, the Roland 808, Sexual Healing. So JKLM, just sound fantastic. Again, if you own this set, the Illumination, and you're a Marvin Gaye fan and you haven't listened yet to Sexual Healing, go ahead and listen to it because it sounds fucking fantastic. Massive Attack, Angel, the heavy droning bass sounded great, and at all times the vocals weren't being impacted in any negative kind of a way. That little slight drip into the mids is not perceived in any kind of a way at all with my library. Then I wrote vocals amazing, and then open vents question mark why question mark, and I wasn't like why the vents. Why does this sound so good? Go to my channel, go to the top, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, which is my life. I don't do audio stuff on there. But Twitter, I do. I post up graphs. Today I posted up the graph of the set I'm reviewing right now. And I've got, let me scroll down. So you can follow me if you want. I usually put stuff here before it ends up on my channel or Patreon, but I won't shill that out. Never mind, I even said that. This is the 4 vents right here. It's a beautiful design. People say, oh, gold, I'm not into that. You know, I'm not really either, but I look at this picture and I think that just looks like goddamn art, and it's actually functional. That's beautiful. That is fantastic. And this is the vents, and they do actually work, because when I was measuring and graphing, I had to up the volume to compensate for the ambient outside noise, which was creating a jagged frequency graph. These are fantastic. Moondrop really did a good job. This might be the best dynamic driver that I've got in my collection, and that includes the Sony EX1000, and I love that, and you guys know that. I've had it for years and I talk about it, but this is really damn close. It fits better. That's something I gotta check, that I would even think that is amazing. Very good job.